Alright, so I just made a guide on how to modify moves. Now this is just going to be an overall guide to the game, explaining all the mechanics for the maps, the NPCs, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Alright, so first I'm going to start out with the general mechanics. So obviously you have the HP bar, it shows your health. And when you reach 0 HP, obviously you're going to die. There is a revival passive that you can get on the armor, and when you die, it'll resurrect you and then remove that passive, so that's pretty helpful. Alright, the next thing is the day and the time. So as the time goes in, it's 24-hour days, obviously. And once the 24 hours is up, it goes to the next day, and each day, everyone gets stronger, samurais, bosses, brave generals, all that kind of good stuff. And then the next thing you got is the keys, which open up the chests, and you can hold up to 5. And I'm going to explain how to get those keys later in the video. Alright, so then we also got the boss counter. Counts up to 8, as you can see the little symbols in the bottom left of the screen. And once you max out that by beating 8 bosses, you will be facing the final boss. Alright, and then also in the bottom left, you got the KO counter showing how many normal samurais you've killed in that single run. Alright, so in this game you can also customize how you look, your weapons and your armor, but obviously there's stats equipped to that. So the level 1 stats are the same for like all types of gear. What changes the stats is when you enhance the gear. I'm going to get into that a little bit later in the video. Weapons obviously also change your fighting style. And dual weapons are more similar to each other than single weapons. Single weapons have like their own unique movesets, but dual weapons share a lot. Alright, so I'm going to go into the map mechanics now. So there are 2 types of portals. There's the purple portal and the blue portal. So for the purple portal, that brings you to a new stage, and the new stage it brings you to is a boss stage. Each time it'll bring you to a boss stage without any of the other things in the blue portal map. The boss stage will contain an evil samurai boss, and once you defeat that boss, it'll spawn the main boss of that stage, and then after doing that, you'll get like 1 soul for the boss counter. Also in that map, there are just the normal samurais with the evil samurai, and then there's a blue retreat portal, so if you find yourself not doing too well against the boss and you need to escape, you can hit the blue portal and it'll retreat, and then you can hit the shop, hit the inn, or do whatever you need to do. Alright, so then we got the blue portal, which is just the non-boss stages, which contains like all the other NPCs and stuff you need to upgrade and all that kind of stuff. So the non-boss stage contains the merchant, or like the shop where you can buy new equipment, all that kind of stuff. It contains the inn, the blacksmith, and the dojo, or like the secret scroll place. It contains brave generals, and then those gates where you can increase your skills also. I'm gonna be explaining the NPCs a bit more later in the video. Alright, so I'm going to explain stuff that you can find on the non-boss map. So we got the master. He'll give you tips and tricks for the game, and after talking to a certain amount of times, you end up getting an achievement for it, and then you can also unlock him as a samurai. You got Jizo, the statue. You talk to him and turn in your achievements, which can either upgrade your SP, give you more slots to equip more like modifiers and stuff, or also more chainable actions. And then you can also find rice balls, which are what give you HP, and then with passive items they can also give you SP, or skill points. And then you got the merchant shops, which sell samurai equipment, like I said. And then the sets that the merchant sells have to be already acquired. You can't acquire new gear through that. You can also sell your own gear, but if they do not sell very well. It could be like 5 pieces for like a couple hundred, so I haven't found it to really be worth it. I just keep it for enhancing. Alright, so then you got the inn, where you can sleep and heal up your HP. The only downside to this is it fast forwards the time almost a day. The enemies will definitely be getting stronger if you find yourself needing to heal a lot. And then you got the dojo, where you can get secret scrolls, which is basically you can build your own preset moves and then save them for later runs. Pretty helpful. And then the last NPC we got is the blacksmith, which you can enhance your armor and weapons. And to do that, it either has to have the same passive or no skill. And so when you do that, it'll increase either the attack stat or the defense stat. Equipping enhanced armor increases the defense stat, and equipping enhanced weapons increases the attack stat. And obviously, it'll change the look depending on what type of armor it is. In both the boss stage and the non-boss stage, you have chests, which take keys to open. You can get equipment from them, rice balls, and occasionally a group of brave generals, the one with yellow names, will pop out. And then you also got the normal samurais in the map, which are just the no-name samurais. They can drop scrolls, rice balls for HP, money, and a quick tip is you can increase the amount of normal samurais up to 3 times in the config, which is pretty helpful. And then you got the normal generals, which is the white name generals. They can drop keys, skill scrolls, rice balls, and money. And then you got the brave generals, which can also drop keys, scrolls, rice ball, and money, but they can also drop new samurais, and they can drop new passives and stuff. And then lastly, you got the big bosses, which give you like points to level up your SP. You don't get to choose like what you level up, but once you get a certain amount of things, you'll level up your SP or whatever. So bosses give you level up points and money. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the death mechanics of the game, because it's a roguelite, so we're going to explain how that works. So when you die, fully die, like you lose the run, not after using up a revival if you have it, you lose your keys, your money, the equipment you have, and the stage progress. And then, so what you keep is, you keep your skill scrolls in your inventory, but you do not keep the moves you have made. So that's what secret scrolls are for. So you keep your secret scrolls, you keep your achievements, and then you also keep the SP and HP level ups you've gotten from your previous runs. And so overall, this is just the basic information you need to know for playing this game. I'm going to be making more guides for this game. Ninja Sword Guide is coming soon, very soon. If you guys are stuck on anything or need any help with anything, or have any suggestions for guides or videos, comment down below. Subscribe to keep up to date with my content. I'm trying to upload daily.